Так, идем изучать второе непростительное.
Eight legs is simply too many.
Так, я тут. Это в Хоксмите? А. Надо побазарить с Поппи. Идем базарить с Поппи.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Very rude to mention.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howen for the measles.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in plimpies.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realised that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg. Here we are. I do
То
think
есть
this
мы
is where
сейчас
we'll find
залезем в
her.
гнездо дракона.
The terrain's typical
Охуеть,
of where
идея.
the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
I don't suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No, it belongs to her. Keeping it will make me just as bad as the poachers.
Как ты отличаешься от Хагрида, а?
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are. There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons. Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
Хуя себе, бедняжка.
Revelio.
Походу в кашу кого-то разделали.
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays that way. At least until we've done what we came to do.
Bombarda! Potato!
I wonder how many they brought to capture her. At least 10 usually.
Reparo.
Fantastic.
There she is again.
She's breathtaking.
From a distance.
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us. What's your step? Revenge. Or just raring for a fight.
Quiet, what was that? Well, there's no coming back now. Watch out! It's her domain. She'll make... Keep at it. We've just got to make it to the nest.
Well, she is making it easy.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm, if you ask me. I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I normally try, but we're well past that. If we can get to that, we can get to the nest. She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant.
There's the nest. We're almost there. Why is every bridge here
Reparo.
broken? Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss. That was brilliant. And did you see how
did.
clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survive. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntel Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers and...
Understandable. We did sabotage.
True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to... How could I have been so blind?
How nice of you to stop by.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio.
Goodness. Not a party to attend by myself.
Is that the best you can do? I won't win.
Repulsor.
You won't get away with that. Huh?
Repulsor.
Back to the base. No! Make it stop!
Revelio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Protego. Stupid one. Glacius. Stupefy. Depulso. Crucio. Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Glacius. Protego. Stupefy. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Stupefy. Crucio. Bombarda. Protego. Stupefy.
Ranrock's vision of goblins ruling over wizards.
Bombarda.
There you are.
Depulso.
Oh, sweet one. You won't get away with that.
Depulso. Repulsor.
I should investigate.
Repulsor. Bombarda.
Too late for you to learn the error of your ways.
Revelio. Repulsor. Repulsor. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Flipendo. Glacis. Repulsor. Flipendo. Repulsor.
Алло.
Приветики, приветики. На что пожаловаться?
Жуличи, это просто пиздец.
Говоришь, что?
Ух. Захожу я такая в телегу, вижу от
Wingardium
матери
Leviosa.
сообщение. Она мне скидывает такая mp3 файлик и пишет: слушай, вот из этого файла на 2 куплета надо сделать музыку на 3 куплета. Ты же делаешь ролики, да? Ну вот отредактируй это все.
Так ничего сложного.
Ой, блядь, нашла сравнение.
На самом деле ничего сложного.
Да?
Тебе сказать как?
Давай, как?
Пишешь в поиске обрезка музыки. Пишешь в поиске обрезка музыки. Находит сайт. Обрезка музыки.
Ты не понял, мне надо еще туда добавить музыку.
Сверху
есть
еще.
Внутрь этого сделать из 2 3.
Но я знаю, как обрезать. Я знаю, как вырезать фрагмент. Но я не знаю, как добавить сверху. Но там тоже можно
Вот я
обрезкой.
вообще ни хрена не знаю, как это делается, блин. Ой, ну ты ж там с кем-то играешь, может они что-нибудь умеют, знают. Пиздец, блин, простая, как 2 копейки.
Охуенная барышня.
Да я сама, блин, сижу в шоке, блин. У тебя 2 дня есть, делай, что хочешь. Пиздец, блин.
Вот сайт. Держи. Обрезка и склейка Sounds. На этом сайте можно склеить.
А толку-то?
Ну а чё? У тебя есть файлы, блин?
Reparo.
Есть этот файл, дебил.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Ты ценишь маму? Как ценит она тебя?
Ага. Просто возьми да положь ей, блин.
Она... Извини.
Ладно, видеофайлы и музыкальные файлы. Пипец одно и то же.
Да почти. Ну так вставь туда. О, ну. Получилось так же. Все. О, ворота открылись. Заебись. Я молодец.
Я должна из этого же музыки взять кусок и нарастить еще, чтобы она была не на 2 куплета, а на 3 у нее.
Окей. Сначала заходишь на этот сайт. Ну, сделай копию вообще-то этой песни. Пожалуйста.
Есть у меня копия.
2 сделай, чтобы в тебе было 2 файла. На всякий случай.
Мне проще будет его заново еще раз скачать.
Блин, просто сделай, как я тебе говорю.
Или...
Пожалуйста. Сделал?
Угу.
Заходишь на последний сайт, который я тебе скинул.
Ну,
Вставляешь туда файл.
ставила.
Обрезаешь тот фрагмент, который тебе нужно будет донаращивать. То есть обрезаешь 1 куплет.
Чё, блин, понять этот куплет.
Ну там прослушать можно. Не гори, Хеля. Все нормально. Скажешь, что это тебе стоило 1 плашку оперативной памяти. Пусть покупает.
Угу. Она мне, знаешь, что выдала? Если мы тебе возьмем еще 1 плашку оперативки, ты вообще из него не вылезешь.
Ну вот, скажешь. Вот знаешь, как сделать. Твою просьбу выполнила, значит мне это нужно. Обрезала?
Последний сайт, который ты мне выдал, он у меня пишет, нет, не работает.
В смысле не работает?
Hello?
Страница не найдена.
Сейчас еще раз. А, дэшку я лишнюю поставил. В конце, видишь, D я поставил, это лишний знак. Попробуй этот.
чтобы не было проблем, блин, а? Большая, блядь, под хвост попала. Она работает, а я должна на нее все делать, блин.
Ну, Хель, не надо. Небольшая беда. Сейчас быстро все сделаем, и ты пойдешь заниматься своими делами. А скажешь, что это оказалось сложнее, чем думалось на первый день, и в последний момент скажешь, что все сделал. Хорошо?
Ага. Она меня же задолбает, блин. Потому что надо ей, а делаю я. Так всегда, блин. Кому-то что-то надо, я должна все делать, блин.
Ты капец, скипела ты.
Нарисуй картинку, блядь.
Жесть.
Сестра моя находит в художку, сколько уже лет, блин. Картинку ей надо нарисовать.
Could it be a Merlin trial?
Она в художку, блядь, ходит, а я рисовать должна.
Хеля, у тебя истерика.
Да, блядь.
Это пиздец.
Да.
There's no telling what
Where is
lies
it?
in wait for me in there.
You're here.
Да
Good.
подожди ты, блин, я понять не могу, где кончается этот долбанный куплет.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
Обрезала.
Хорошо.
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about
Скинь
this
мне два
catacomb.
файла в Discord. Полный и
Они
обрезанный.
влезут еще в Дискорд.
Должны влезть.
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Мамы, блин. Сегодня пусть что хотят, то и едят. Времени не было швабру приготовить. Сидела с твоей дебильной песенкой.
Я извиняюсь, зачем?
Да хрен его знает, блин.
Expelliarmus, Incendio.
Что-то они там на работе будет, это, блин, какую-то херню, блин.
А кем она работает?
At least now we know we're not alone in here.
And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Давай.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Менеджер там хрен
Don't start.
по хрен знает чему. Я не в курсе, блин. Это нахрен не
Incendio.
надо.
Так, менеджеру нужна какая-то песня.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Expelliarmus. Incendio. This room is smaller than it looks.
Так, почему я не
Мне
вставил?
откровенно пофигу, для чего ей это надо, потому что она меня достала, блин, своими тупыми, блин, этими идеями.
Ну, хер.
То, блин, ей таблицу вместо нее сиди делает, то, блин, еще какую-нибудь хую.
Confringo.
Нет.
Отправила?
Да.
Да. Спасибо, Тим. Сейчас. Дай мне минутку. Да не горит и так. Ну, это того не стоит. Не стоит твоих нервов.
Она, блин, еще представь такая, ну ты же ролики делаешь, возьми и отредактируй. что это две разные вещи, блин? У меня нет программ для редактирования музыки.
Так тут программы не надо. В последнее время... Так, загрузить еще трек. О,
Нужно в середину вставить, понимаешь?
в середину? А в конце не?
В конце нет, потому что в конце там заканчивается песня. Все.
Блять. Тогда нужно еще 2 обрезки. Короче, тебе, по сути, сейчас надо вот что сделать. Начало вырезать. Вот эту центральную часть вырезать. И конец, блядь. Ну, получается так.
Ну, центральную я уже вырезала.
Хорошо, центральная у нас есть, которую нам ставить внутрь надо.
Мама, блин.
Стоп. Сколько, блядь, это идет, нахуй? 1:40? В пизду такие бабочки, нахуй.
Какое час 40? Минута 40, блин, алло.
А, это в миллисекундах. Я чуть не ебанулся.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Час 40. Если бы подошло час 40, я бы вообще не парилась бы.
Ты бы маму послала далеко и надолго.
Вот где взяла, туда и иди.
Твоя мама слишком хорошего мнения.
А у нее слишком даже однобокое мнение. Потому что если я умею одно, я должна уметь еще 100-500 вещей.
Watch your step.
Хеля, не истери.
Истерика у меня была, когда она мне это скинула.
То есть она, блядь, еще тебе не лично это, блядь, сказала.
All this grass.
Я же ей потом еще и позвонила, блин, ну так сидела.
Мать, ты вообще не ебанулась там случайно?
Я хотела ее спросить, блин.
Exactly. We'll be fine though.
Блять. О май гадабл.
Не говори.
А я жду. Кости праздник.
Комп привезли.
Да, сейчас будет собирать. Он уже на месте усидеть не может, там, ты шо. Там шило уже в жопе, блин, прям ходуном ходит.
А мы тут сидим. Музыку нарезаем, блин.
На самом деле, я бы тоже, типа, если бы не знал этой фишки, ну, о спайке и обрезке музыки, я бы тоже такую панику и дикий ор бы устроил. А так, на самом деле, это недолго, просто вот, блядь, запарно. Ну, вот, типа, найти эту информацию, если ты не в курсе. Это всегда запарно.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
Не понял. Ради пульса нормально работает.
There's something here by the altar.
Accio.
bombarder.
Я скинула начало. Ты вот этот кусок, который я до этого скинула
Центра-
в середину.
Ну да, я это помню.
А потом я еще скину тебе концовку.
Accio.
Надо будет проверить, нормально ли зона спаялась. То есть тебе эту хуйню еще слушать надо будет изменить.
What did you find?
За что?
Lots of bone rattle.
Да. Я ладно.
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of
Так,
course.
это
The
старт.
student's summary referenced the space beyond Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting.
То есть это
We need
еще
to
из
focus on
мультфильма,
moving
да?
beyond this room. But
Да, из этого, из
let me
крокодила
think for
Гены.
a moment.
А ёбаный ты стык.
Когда он сел на дорожке пилюкал.
Так, центр ты мне скинула, вот он.
Да, сейчас будет тебе еще хвостик.
Давай еще конец кидай.
Do you think the pages were left here on
Прозвучало,
purpose?
конечно, так
Slytherin
себе.
mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barracks.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I
Lumos.
imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
О, сейчас
Что-то у меня
меня...
такое чувство, что хуйня, конечно, получится.
Ну, сейчас попробуем. Если нет, то обрезки надо сделать более аккуратными.
If this archway's been
Или скажешь ей,
barricaded, we can
и
find a way
так
through.
сойдет. Из другого мультика, правда.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Lumos.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Так, а где еще?
Я сижу, блин, вымеряю.
Да нет, я ищу кости. Мне нужны для...
I assume eerie sounds come with the
Questa.
territory.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You've done it! I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master.
Хера. Второе непростительное в моем кармане.
Here we go. Something troubling
Новый
ahead.
срок в Азкабане
Be on
я
your
себе
Можешь их использовать.
использую, конечно. Они пиздец полезные. В бою особенно.
Так, сейчас будьте хвостик.
Хвостик. Так, бомбарда. Конфинга бомбарда. И у меня режущего нету. Глациос. Глациос.
Я хвостик тебе скинула.
Угу.
Вот из этого говна надо слепить конфетку. Что-то мне кажется, чудо не случится.
Ну, сейчас проверим.
Вот она приедет, я это всучу, и пусть сидит, слушает.
Так, нет, сейчас прослушаешь ты.
Нет!
Да, Хеля. То еще скажешь, хуйню сделала.
Слушай,
Не
мне
понял, а куда файл
пофигу.
делся?
О, молодец, потеряй его еще.
Конечно, я его потерял, но как-то склеилось. Ой, куда ты делась? Сучка. А, вот она.
Я больше уверена, что выйдет говно. Ну ей и так сойдет, поверь.
Ну, просто прослушай, тут немного.
Я уже не хочу эту песенку слушать, поверь.
Пожалуйста, вот, готово. Будь хорошей девочкой.
Confringo. GeForce.
И у тебя в
Another
названии
barricade.
стрима ошибка.
Considering how well you did on the
Забыл.
last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Accio.
Фанаты, вы заебете.
Accio. Accio.
Нормально.
Все нравится тебе?
Меня все устраивает. Приедет вечером судья, пусть скажет.
Так, потом круг.
That worked. Keep going. This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols.
Мне еще надо превьюшки сделать на видео. Уже 30
А,
минут.
Accio.
я понял, как это работает. Я понял. Я не тупой.
Понял, не дурак, дурак.
Блять, паук.
Expelliarmus.
Че, урон Уизли у нас?
Incendio.
Да тут их тоже дохуя. Так.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Так, еще. Знак бесконечности и круг.
Accio.
Акцию. Все есть.
А в принципе, что ждать? Я сейчас его отправлю.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Да, нормально, нету таких прерываний.
Нет, нет, нормально.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
Incendio. Imperial. Bingo. Potato. Stupefy. Levioso. Incendio. Expelliarmus.
Она мне даже не спросила, умею ли я это делать.
Нахуя?
Просто самоуверенность.
Incendio.
А нахуя знать?
Confringo. Confringo. Defender.
Never knew spiders
Ooh.
could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it?
Это было что-то.
Depulso. Incendio. Accio. Depulso.
This catacomb has suffered decay.
Ну вот, на самом деле
Just
твоя
as the
проблема не
student summary
стоила и
described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some
таких
time.
твоих нервов.
Хорошо, когда есть люди, которые вообще понимают, блин, что, как и куда и как пихать.
Bombarda.
Прекрати ржать.
Incendio.
Не могу.
Смешинка в рот попала.
Вошла.
Revelio.
У меня было такое хорошее настроение. Я сделала пару выпусков. Я собираюсь заливать их, блин. Тут приходит это чучело, мяучело.
Ну, вообще-то, судя по твоим словам, не пришла, а написала. Позвонила, точнее.
Сначала она мне написала, а потом уже я ей позвонила, чтобы выяснить, что за хуйня творится.
Ты чё, охуела, мать?
Серьезно, блин. Она меня ничего не спрашивает. Умею я это, могу, знаю. Просто бери и делай, блин.
Переделай. Хули ты смотришь? Да. Слушай, мне кажется, когда она сидела дома, тебе было проще.
Да, она мне мозг не долбала тупыми своими при этого.
Здорово, Димон. Да. Ты пропустил только что спич Хели.
I see why
А,
Slytherin's
то, блин.
students
Не,
so
ну он
entranced
потом
with
в
this
записи
place.
пересмотрит. Я себя чувствую, как ребенок.
Crucio. Bombarda. Incendio.
Ты помнишь, что мы уйдем, которого приправили на обед? Я что-то даже так,
Expelliarmus.
блин. Мне жопа горит.
Incendio.
Хера. Вот это новая какая-то магия.
Incendio. Depulso. Crucio. Imperial. Depulso. Confringo. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Confringo. Glacius. Confringo.
For a moment there, I thought that'd never end.
Я услышал его окончание, давно я не слышал истерической утки.
Revelio.
Это был крик души. Вот реально крик души Хели. Все, Хеля ушла. Ну, истинная женщина воспользовалась и ушла. Помогай после такого. Все.
Incendio.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
Accio.
Sebastian! The relic! Look! Could it be? The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake. I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret. Especially from my uncle. Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please.
Это обычная
take a
мантия,
step
вот
back.
ту, которую мы юзали. С
Fine.
черепами.
But Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
Expelliarmus. Accio.
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again. As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne. When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her. Oh no, this isn't good.
Что-то горит.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet.
Нападение?
Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
I've been since before you were born. Was that your best?
Imperial!
That will be for me. Not
Expelliarmus! Protego! Stupid!
You won't get away with that. That's not impressive.
You're not winning.
Expelliarmus! We've got them! Down the street! Well, Mayo! Incendio! Stop Imperial! I'm handling Crucio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! We have to fight! Protego!
Keep out of short reach.
Bombarda! Confringo!
Let me also.
Uncle, to the right.
Flipenda!
Got it.
Glacius! Imperia!
Boy, what have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her.
Это
From all of
пиздец
us.
поворот.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own...
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I?
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away.
Reparo.
was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
It's like a place right out of a storybook. Wonder who lives here. Nice to see you again. What do you have for sale?
What are we looking for today? Thank you for stopping in.
Да, вот эта драма разыгралась.
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh. That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. This will keep you safe, she said. It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet.
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much... I'll send you an hour when I have...
Такс. Ну и что, идем к Поппи. Мы уже с ней спасли дракона. Отхуярили браконьеров. Она милаха. И в огонь и в воду можно. Дальше лечить по ходу мы будем ему ставить клизму. Привет, Поппи.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. And now another
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place.
Exactly what kind of creature is a snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
Why would snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Where exactly are these snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
Так, секунду. Секунду. Да не, ну, блядь, вы заебали. Як не срачка, так болячка. Так, ладно.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much as...
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Угу. Да, кентавры защитят. Кентавры такие. Ну да, не тролля лечить, но...
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in
Тоже
how we approach
неплохо.
them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
Так. Так, опять идем куда-то с Себастьяном, блядь, лазить по каким-то шахтам. Это пиздец какой-то. Вот не сидится Себастьяну, блядь. Он лезет куда. Ну, у него, конечно, хорошее дело. Он пытается спасти свою сестру. Он ее очень сильно любит.
I would say that Irondale is not appropriate.
Confringo, Propendo, places. Propendo. Confringo.
Look alive!
Bombarda.
Я уже, кстати,
The beasts
бомбарду
around here
изучил.
can sleep a bit easier now.
Так, кстати, можно ли управление поменять? Оно. О, можно. Да? А ну. Да, мышкой можно. Тут я, дурачок, не знал. Все, скроллом можно переключать, а я, дурачок, тянусь
I
пальцами
thought
до
my owl
F1.
might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so preoccupied by all that happened with Ominis in the catacomb, not to mention my uncle's reaction. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left.
That's incredible. You know...
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine.
Do you think there's a connection?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did.
We need to see what they're doing, but let's not draw their attention.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. if there is a connection.
After you.
Погнали.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
What an unfortunate disappointment!
Places. Defender. Confringo.
I won't rest. Why don't you come up here and fight me?
Places. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Accio.
I will make you pay.
Revelio. Bombarda. Confringo.
Так, покошмарить гоблина в это...
This is going well.
Дневная норма
We make a good
выполнена,
team.
короче.
We do at that.
Once again, we can fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose.
Bombarda.
Get away!
I shall avenge your death.
Excuse me.
You won't get away.
Bombarda.
You don't know who you're playing with.
Places.
I shall avenge
Bombarda.
you. Play with that.
Confringo. Places.
I shall avenge you.
Confringo. Bombarda. Levioso. Defendo.
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
Revelio.
Yes.
I should tell you. Rumor is this mine was closed long ago due to an infestation of spiders.
How nice. Nothing I haven't seen before. For better or for worse, we're in.
Confringo.
I won't.
Че, я с Убрео их поскидал?
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider.
Bombarda. Protego. Confringo. Bombarda.
I won't rest.
Propello. Protego.
You don't believe you can defeat
Places. Bombarda. Confringo.
Revelio. Ranrock's loyalists are in here.
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want. Expelliarmus! Incendio!
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the solar sign.
Smash
Any
it.
number of should have thought to conjure stairs.
Revelio. Incendio.
That bridge has seen better days.
Revelio. Reparo.
Levioso!
Confringo. Bombarda. Revelio.
Confringo!
Confringo. Protego. Revelio. Glacius.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war.
Incendio.
Ага, сундуки это значит что-то для крафта.
Incendio.
Дмитрий, вы здесь? Да. Итак, давай продолжим. Продолжим это увлекательное путешествие по миру Патарианы.
Accio. Incendio.
We've still not seen a single
Но я
rune
люблю
symbol.
исследовать чужие
I think we're
пещерки.
going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
Я тот еще
We have another
исследователь.
fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
One less human to worry about. I won't rest.
Expelliarmus.
Hit it.
Leviosa. Imperio.
Who do you think you are?
Expelliarmus.
Childish. Showing off, are we?
Incendio.
I will
Incendio. Expelliarmus.
There you are.
Accio. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Potato. Stupefy. Bombarda. Stupefy. Conflict. We're not finished yet. Tremendo. Glaciers. Confringo.
В чем признаваться?
Crucible. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Accio. Levioso. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Confringo. Protego. Stupefy. Confringo.
Фух, блядь.
You're not a bad chap.
Как-то аж душно стало, знаешь, с ними сражаться. Их там дохуя просто. Ну, типа, такой урон они сильный не наносят, но просто душно. Душат и душат, душат и душат.
Confringo.
Now, we can have a look around in peace. A rune symbol.
Revelio.
Cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
Incendio.
Так, 1, 2, а третий? Ага, вот.
Confringo.
Wasn't expecting that.
Flipendo. Depulso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Типа игра не сложная, но, блин, душат, душат и душат, душат и душат. Не знаю, мне это ни в какой игре не нравилось, что типа душниловка начинается. Ну, блядь, что поделаешь. О, это чей-то кабинет. Когда я очнулась, перед глазами все расплывалось. Как долго я была без сознания. Помню лишь его глаза. Пустой взгляд. Пустой, потому что он уже не испытывал боли. Но я еще помню, как меня захлестнула эйфория, когда боль рассеялась, а потом все вокруг завертелось. Кажется, я ударилась головой, когда падала. Ни ушиба, ни ссадин нет, но в голове пульсирует боль. Надеюсь, это не черная смерть. Зато он больше не будет страдать.
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
Another passageway. We should search the room first. Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
Неплохая нычка у нее. Себастьян?
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganark was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
His are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the... And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble.
Почему?
I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know some...
Who is that?
A friendly goblin. He wants no part in Ranrock's fight.
A friendly goblin? You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen...
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
You don't know what you're saying. Take a breath for a moment.
Oh, I know precisely what I'm saying. Unbelievable.
Мужик, ты, блядь, охуел? Ну вот серьезно охуел, блядь, на меня еще зарываешься. Да я тебе Аваду через Круциатус пооформлю. Метва Шустрик.
Found what she needed to. I have to complete the next trial as soon as I...
I'd like to talk with you when you have a moment.
Кстати, Дима, если я не ошибаюсь, Денува 7 сдалась перед этой хакершей. Если я не ошибаюсь. Уже не слышал новость? О да, ты полетаешь наконец-то на Шреке. То есть тебе очки понравились? Тут такой вариант есть, такой вариант. Намордник есть. Ага, вот. Когда я найду наилучшие шмотки, да, тут можно их зачарить дополнительно и усилить именно урон от магии на ткацком станке. О чем ты побазарить хочешь, Дик?
Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you wanted to tell me more about the loom.
Ah, hello. Yes, about that. Deke has had a thought. He...
Не понял. Это чё, блядь, за портал?
Oh, seems the room thinks you need more space for your beasts. As Deke was saying, he's had a thought. Now, Deke knows how you can test the item of clothing that you enhanced in the enchanted loom. And perhaps help an old friend in the process.
What do you mean?
A house elf named Tobbs works for his master, retrieving leech juice in a cave near... Tobbs' master doesn't let him leave the cave. And Deke knows the cave is infected.
That sounds awful.
It is. Deke has... As the item you wove in the loom has an enchantment that might be useful, Deke thought you could take...
I understand. Leave it to me, Deke. I'll find Tobbs for you.
Oh, thank you. Please let Deke know what you learn about Deke's old friend.
Да, око Магнуса.
Revelio.
Ты посмотри. У берегу моря.
Deke thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
Так, что у меня по заданиям? Так. Ага. Идем базарить с бывшей директрисой. Здорово, мужики
Welcome
и
back.
дама.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig.
Такс.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Ауи. Так. Класс профессора Фига. Профессор Фиг.
Revelio.
We should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more. How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black...
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in...
Thank you, Professor.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Ага, нельзя перемещаться. Прикольно.
Professor, a moment of your time, please. Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only...
I did? I did!
Probably best.
I assure you, Sharp, you...
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can...
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student.
A student?
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope...
Now, to determine which student...
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
Вот это подставляем директора по-крупному.
When I witness what passes for magic in these halls, I...
Headmaster? Yeah, what could he want?
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children.
Professor, a word? Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kagawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on op, and they're fine now. The fact that...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize...
A silly game. I've a good mind to write to the department.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now...
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure.
I wonder why.
Блять, подставляем так по-крупному.
What did we do to deserve it?
I
Опа,
wonder
FPS
almost
спросил.
daily why
Опа,
I accepted this appointment
вернулся.
from the ministry.
Сейчас мы эту скотину лощеную
It's the headmaster, and he's coming this way.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new...
They're not invisible. I mean, I've seen them about.
Speaking of...
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
С директором что-то не так, даже, блять, ученики заподозрили. Я плохо играю.
With your mouth open? Where are your manners?
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here.
Oh.
I've decided to give him a bit more leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for...
Ah, well, yeah.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time... I've heard unsettling rumors of their escape to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and...
What? Goodness. Well, you... I mean, I shall keep an eye on...
Well,
Good. Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never understand that man.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Professor Black is happy with Scrope's performance as his house elf.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
And now I'm telling you that you can tell me.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course,
Master...
Блядь. Семейный дис с Блэком.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you.
Of course, sir.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
Блять.
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
Охуеть, как здесь красиво.
Revelio.
А где кухня, блядь? Я хочу попасть на кухню. Насколько известно, кухня находится возле гостиной Хаффлпаф. О, пощекотать грушу. Вон нашли.
Revelio.
Одна из самых высоких башен. Сейчас. Сейчас мы должны это найти. Сейчас, подожди. Итак, мы долго ждали этого момента и... высоких башен, не считая астрономическую.
Aloha Mora.
Не считая астрономическую. Вот. Но я должен был это сделать.
Revelio.
Нет, еще где-то. Колокольчик где-то. Вот оно. То есть это дома домовых эльфов? Ебать. То есть здесь они живут? Пиздец. Пиздец. Хорошо танцуешь. Еще тебе песню включить, потанцуешь под нее.
Revelio.
В смысле не все? Не. Ага, вот тут гостиная Пуффендуя.
Revelio.
Книга рецептов домовых эльфов. Нет, ну это просто шикарно. Только мне на самый верх надо. Каменной горгулье директора Хогвартса. И... Пи-пи-ри-пи-пи-пи-пиу, пи-пи-пи-ри-пиу. Зал наград.
Revelio.
О! Хуярь его, давай. Блять.
Reparo.
Ты, блядь, его сломал, его даже починить нельзя, дебил.
Revelio.
Колпак школы. Это зал наград. Тут лучшие ученики награждались. Блять, доспех для домового эльфа. Бля, пиздец.
Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Ага, то есть мы вломились к шарпу.
Revelio. The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Revelio. Toujours pure.
Кекс.
I wonder if
Кабинет
all the elite
профессора
wizarding
Хогвартса.
families have a motto.
Охуеть.
Aloha Mora.
Короче, шарим кабинет директора.
Revelio. Revelio.
Вингардиум Левиоса!
Блять, сука! Блять, сука, несите чистые трусы.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot
Да,
say more.
блять, выстрелила аж.
You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
Талент, сядь
I
себе на
suspect there will
уши.
be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time?
Шрам называется. А, что у меня пиздец на роже? Лицо.
А, ладно.
Омут памяти.
Тебе кто-то сел на лицо, я понял.
Так, я шарюсь по кабинету директора Хогвартса.
Пробрался, да?
Aloha.
Что-то как ты одет странно. Гриффиндорец, что ли?
Рейвенкловец.
А, да, этот у них же этот, птичка-то.
Ворон, блять. Или орел.
Разве мне казалось, или орел, или феникс, что-то такое.
Орел.
Орел.
Или ворон.
Орел.
Орел.
Блять, короче, птичка нафиг. Будем считать, что курица. А их там по барсук или что-то такое. А что ты все это делаешь, что тут взмахиваешь?
Ну это типа как
Аллахамора.
чекнуть, нету ли скрытых там вещей. Короче, как в Ведьмаке, вот чувство Ведьмака, вот так само и здесь Ревалио проверять, все ли есть.
Я понял, короче,
Ну
сканирование
вот.
местности.
Да, вот подсвечивает там вот пергамент. Профессор.
Блэк?
Да, Финес Блэк. Отец Сигнуса и Артура Блэка. А Сигнус и Артур Блэк это дядя и отец Сириуса.
Сириуса, я понял.
Да.
Это, короче,
Опа, ключ.
Это за сколько же лет происходит событие?
За 100. До рождения
100?
Гарри.
Хераси. Нормально. Ну, короче, грубо говоря, начало 20 века.
Ля, ты посмотри на виды, блядь.
Виды.
Ты смотри, блядь. Вот Хогсмит. Красиво,
Лети
блядь.
туда. Лети.
Нельзя тут на метлу садиться. Над Хогвартсом стоит барьер, чтобы долбоебы не летали.
Тима ПВО. Сука.
Такая, блядь. Распределяющая шляпа, здорово. Дай я тебе руку в шляпу засуну, я хочу меч потрогать.
Сачко себе потрогай.
Так, я не понял, я еще тут не все исследовал.
Блять, сейчас чихну.
Обчхуй.
Блин, ну сбил, Олег, блядь. Зачем так делать? Только я, так сказать, собрался силами. Кто? Сука, опять сбился.
Осечка.
Блять, не пробитие нахер.
Ну там еще наверху что-то есть. Где-то я что-то пропустил.
Еще денек.
А что тут? По каменной горгулье выше можно? Довези меня выше. Че ты?
А тут все картины живые или нет?
Ну да. Блять, нет. Сундук, кстати. Есть еще одно место, где я пропустил. Вон с той стороны точно есть вещи, но я их не забрал. Почему я их не забрал? Потому что... Это как-то туда иначе пробираться. Не?
Юлис, если на некоторых картинах изображены разработчики.
Ебать, вот это у него вид. Вот это у него кабинет.
А кто где там директор-то?
Финиус, Найджелус Блэк.
А, после него уже этот будет.
Потом Диппет будет, потом Дамблдор.
А потом кто?
А потом же Снейп и Минерва МакГонагал.
А потом?
А потом хуй с котом, блядь.
Не, где-то я читал, что вроде как поэтому Невил вроде должен быть.
Ну, блядь, нету канона по этому поводу.
Ну, где-то, нет, кто-то где-то читал, что якобы даже она сама упомянула, что, типа, он проявил вот эту вот такую храбрость, такой впоследствии он стал этим, якобы. Этот долгопупство.
А, блядь, меня в книжку засосало. Какого...
Что-то тебя отсосало.
Нет, меня всосало в книжку. Ага, вот заметка на будущее. Не совать член в книжку.
Опять ты, Игорёв! Я не слышал, ты вошел в историю. Я давно уже профессор, неоднократно.
Ебать, вот это нарисованный мир. Вот это я понимаю нарисованный мир. А не та хуйня нарисованный мир Ариандис из первой части и в третьей Dark Souls.
Извините, я сейчас приду с мечом, я заебошу нахуй. Охуел, блядь.
Ты посмотри, блядь, вот нарисованный. Оля, ты посмотри.
Чё тут? Ой, блядь, там, блядь, любой босс эту хуйню хуярит, блядь. Испугал, блин. Подумай сейчас.
Здоровая хуйня.
Колдовать можно? А можно.
А можно, но только я в стелсе.
Ой, бля.
Олег, как ты проходишь стелс миссии? Никак.
Олег, как ты проходишь стелс миссии? Олег, разворачивается, ебоша с гранатомета, помрачится. А, чё?
Редукта, блядь!
Редуктор?
Редукта. Бомбарда.
Блядь, название, конечно.
Бомбарда. Взрывное заклятие. Нормально?
Логично, бомбарда это оружие все так. Стрелковое. Как раз таки 17 века или что-то такое. Большая пушка. Очень сложный стелс. Враги при подходе главного героя сами отворачиваются в другую сторону. Очень сложный стелс. Вообще ни разу не казуальный.
Тихо, тихо.
Я
могу спалиться, пукнув.
Ты главное не подскользнись на том, что из тебя вылезло, когда я пушу. Они тебя по запаху обнаружат.
Сейчас обнаружат. Когда эта хуйня появилась, как раз таки уже есть чем обнаруживать.
За здоровье. ЦРК Венгарди вниз.
У нас уже заформачено. 3-4 уже вообще лучше не подходить. Иначе забеременеешь. На расстоянии 5 шагов актив бестиарий волшебных тварей можно использовать для оплодотворения половины Англии. А если посветить ультрафиолетом, так ослепнуть можно.
А вообще шедевр абстракционизма. Гарри, что это вытекает из книги? Эктоплазма, сэр!
Блять! Долбоёб. Нахуя такое делать? Смертоносная темная дворняга. Вот лестница. Хорошо, хоть в стелсе можно бегать.
They're gone for now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be?
Тут стоит даже. Ну и
Must cross
кажется,
this
типа,
road as fast as I
шкерится.
can.
В смысле? Хера себе у меня кровь натекло, блядь, с ноги.
That's
Хера,
where we need to
блядь!
go,
Сука,
but
пора
I
кровь
Толя,
need to
ты
менять.
find a way
попробовал
past them.
расчленение на себе?
Нет, я... Ну, почти да. Тебя сейчас заметят. Короче, Олег, стелс это не твое.
Дайте мне Аваду Кедавру, я с ними иначе поговорю. Кстати, это последнее заклинание, которое мне осталось выучить.
Best move while I can. Neve must be here
А сколько их
somewhere.
всего?
Заклинаний?
Да.
Too many. I must cross this road
Это
as fast
хуя.
as I can.
Около 20 с лишним.
Да хуя?
Ну, это
Сколько?
основные заклинания, которые были использованы в книге и в фильмах.
Ну, если чай, я где-то там вот даже книга, там, блядь, все переводятся на 100 с лихуем, блядь.
Нет, основные.
Я понял. Которые самые ходовые. Блядь.
Там флипенда. Отвернись, сука. Я стесняюсь. Давай, блядь, не будем это с тобой ссориться. Да, блядь, что за книги пошли?
Nothing this way, but more danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way.
А вот еще Аберт подпирает дверь.
Close tight.
Авис, заклинание призыва птицы.
Авис нету.
Да я смотрю тут просто это, какие вообще тут список такой, нихера себе.
Ну, блядь,
Ниже приведен список заклинаний, упомянутых в 7 романах Джон Роулинг. А также в фильмах и, в общем, все по алфавиту. И сколько тут их всего, блядь, интересно. Ебать. Ебать.
Да их дохуя.
Ну, тут реально пиздец. О, Олег, я нашел заклинание в самом конце, которое тебе необходимо.
Какое?
Энгоргио. Знаешь, что оно делает?
Для увеличения.
Увеличивает предметы, да. Ты знаешь, на что его нужно кастовать.
А потом Вингардиум Левиоса.
А главное, не применяй экспеллиармус. Выбирай палочку или оружие из рук противника. Прикинь, в сортире применил вопль. Блядь, я тебя все поссал.
That's the way forward.
Сука.
О, наконец-то я добрался.
Скур очищает предметы большого количества грязи.
Таинственная мантия.
Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
Мантия-невидимка, что ли? Вы, блядь, серьезно? А куда мне идти? А, вот дверь открыта, я понял.
Фульгари есть? Связывающее заклинание. Фульгари.
Нет.
О, видишь, жаль, кстати. Связывающее
Там
заклинание
другое
логично было.
было связывающее заклинание на К как-то. Еще.
This is the way forward. Finally free.
К.
Now where are you, Neve?
Защитное дело. А, видимо, сверху.
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide.
Абузиновая
Wield the
палочка.
wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary
Фундус, наверное.
power.
Заклятие, проверяющее противника в ступор, дезориентацию.
Нет, не конфундус. Там именно что веревками оплетают.
Круциатус, конъюнктивитус, блядь, ослепление противника, сука.
Да, кстати,
Конъюнктивитус.
Виктор Крам использовал для того, чтобы ослепить дракона в 4-й части.
Он здесь смысл.
В смысле ты, блядь, не хочешь? А, бомбарду ебануть надо, наверное.
Бомбарда!
А, ну да, помогло. Ну шо курица? Ей пизда. Погнали.
Bombarder. Descendo. Defendo. Potato. Stupid one. Bombarder. Descendo. Bombarder. Stupid one.
Зачем это перед тобой прям?
Bombarder. Defendo. Bombarder. Devolver. Descendo.
Блин, нахера их чё-то?
Экспекту патроном.
Defendo. Descendo.
Олег, тебе срочно нужно применить заклинание Анус Запеканус.
Бомбарда анус взрыванус.
Анус Взрыванус так больше.
Ну тут, кстати, как в Секиро.
Блять, мамонька звонит, сейчас отвечу.
Хорошо. Потом расскажу. Бузиная палочка, конечно, хуярит. Будь здоров.
Bombarder. Defendo. Bombarder. Defendo. Bombarder. Potato. Stupid one. Bombarder. Defendo. Bombarder. Descendo. Defendo. Stupid one. Bombarder. Bombarder. Defendo. Depulse. Potato. Bombarder. Stupid one. Defendo. Bombarder. Bombarder. Defendo. Descendo. Bombarder. Defendo. Bombarder. Defendo. Defender! A simple stone. This must be for me.
Это тупо история сказок Падла Бидля про дары смерти.
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
I can't believe she's dead.
Oh, poor Neve.
Neve. We won't be the same without her.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
Ну и?
But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Так, смотрим воспоминания.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Well, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong
You
hands,
saw
it can...
what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
То есть это красное свечение, это сила, ну как сила, это чувство боли.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed, was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I was amazed to see that it seemed to give her some sort of power, and that she could harness it. But how?
I worry that you seem more intrigued than repulsed. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
Хорошо.
It seems we have no choice. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora...
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more?
The repositories.
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names.
5 names? The keepers, and who else?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the tower.
If the keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, you're
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black.
Так, идем встречаться с Поппи. А нет. Давай с Поппи сначала, а потом карта Хоксмита. Карта мира. Она зовет меня с собой в запретный лес.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Кому?
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
Once we tell them about the snidgets, they'll...
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's...
I suppose they are known for having an...
That's exactly the right word.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
Вот это FPS просел.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continues to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't Moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
Up for a bit of dying.
Nice to see you again. What do you have for sale?
What are we in the market for today? A pleasure doing business with you.
Have I mentioned you're welcome to stop by any time?
Sebastian, a lost relic from a catacomb which requires a dark sacrifice.
I know how it sounds, but if this can help you, it's worth the risk.
Does Ominous know about this?
He helped find the scriptorium where we discovered Slytherin's spellbook.
Very well. If Ominous will be there, I'll meet you. We don't have much time. Solomon wants to leave Feldcroft.
What? Leave? Never mind. You need to stall him. Buy us time, Anne. Please.
I shall do my best. I'll be in touch.
Solomon can't take Anne from Feldcroft. Where would they go? When would I see her?
Sebastian.
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I appreciate you setting our earlier discussion aside for now.
Of course. Time? For what?
I've learned more about the relic. I cross-referenced Slytherin's spellbook with everything in the library on relics and dark sacrifices. That's when I realized something. I believe the relic will only work inside the catacomb.
So we have to get Anne to the catacomb and then conduct a sacrifice?
It'll be worth the risk. Our biggest hurdle may be convincing Ominous. And we'll only give this a chance if he's on board.
And we have to keep all of this from your uncle. If he goes to the...
Let me handle Ominous this time. As for my uncle, he's not an Auror anymore. What he doesn't know...
Do you think your uncle would tell anyone at the Ministry about all of this if he found out?
If he found out, I doubt he'd go to the Ministry. He didn't part ways with them well, from what I understand. He won't say, but I believe his strong aversion to dark magic has something to do with his time there. Anne thinks he once decided to fight fire with fire, so to speak, and resorted to using an unforgivable curse in a fight against dark wizards. At least that's what she thought she heard. When he realized what his job had led him to become, he left rather abruptly. So, I'm not sure he'd go to the Ministry to report on his own family using dark magic now.
Good luck with Ominous. Until we meet again.
I shall let you know when the four of us should meet at the catacomb. Look for my owl. See you soon.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
Да, готов.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and...
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village.
Very well. I'll speak with them.
I knew I could rely on. We need to know how they are being black. Meet me here after you have spoken with. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Glad you came.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the big...
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about his... That said, I was hoping...
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to...
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow.
Very well. Here's the note I received.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Glad you came.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I...
I've nothing to say about him.
Please, sir, I'd like to help.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Huh?
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it.
What have you been doing?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me.
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all. I'd lose my job in...
Thank you for telling me.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. As for Rosie's letter...
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. When will
on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Biggle's friends. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow.
Oh, tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow, but I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so...
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow as he requested.
Unfortunately, I suspect...
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you.
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, as a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, one day Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neant. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. I watched helplessly, lying there in my... I was shaken to my core.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again.
I suppose I have no choice. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Мне что-то кажется, вот этот констебль с ними заодно. Ну, блядь, ну... Не могут они тупо закрывать глаза на то, что они делают. Ну, это пиздец какой-то. Ну, не может быть так. Мне кажется, этот мент... Вот именно что мент. Заодно с ними. Здорово.
Let's look at what we have, shall we?
I remember playing Ring Around the Room.
Ну, у меня типа по сюжету... Ты продвинулся по сюжету, да? И вот у меня зима настала.
She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Ну, тут, наверное, по сюжетному прогрессу. Потому что доп. Задания остались такие же, как и были.
Natty must be around here somewhere. Revelio.
Опа. Палочка.
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Revelio. Natty must have been taken this way.
Ага, вот они. Уроды.
Footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Accio. A hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Так, граб награбленное. По заветам.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen. Revelio.
Using that girl as bait. That one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her.
Arlo says her friend will be reckless enough. He wants them alive.
We ain't enough to come in here alone.
It's a
What are you folks on? Electricity. Get to the fuck. You will pay.
Рунич, ты тут?
Да, только тебя слышно, как если я не знаю чего.
Ну, я с телефона, во-первых.
Да, что такое?
Ну, ничего, короче, собрали комнату для питания, потому что он не подошел, поэтому заказал на завтра блок питания.
Блядь.
Ну, да.
Это грустно.
А?
Это грустно. Я думал, ты уже сегодня гамать будешь.
Ну, лучше
Incendio.
You're no match for me.
Expelliarmus.
Вот такая хуйня, малята, короче.
Accio.
Expulsion.
Incendio.
Expelliarmus. Now where you go?
Leviosa.
That all you got? Quite conductive, aren't we?
Incendio.
Expulsion.
Expelliarmus.
Expulsion. You will not survive this fight.
Так а что, сколько тебе нужен, чтобы блок питания был?
Ну, я себе это... На 850.
А у тебя был? На косарь же.
Там нету этих, так как мне его... Может, я говорил. Там не хватает проводов банально. Мы не захотели заменять, бо можно мать спалить нахер.
Блять, так...
Ладно, я сейчас перейду с компа, подожди, окей? Давай.
Revelio. The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Revelio. Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Так, там еще чувака надо спасти.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
The girl's friend won't come looking for her. Levio's dangerous. Wasting our time.
Expelliarmus. Revelio.
Странно, странно.
Natty must be here somewhere.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you.
Aloha, Mora.
Speak to Mr. Raven. He will tell you what you need to do.
Revelio. Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me
You spoke with my wife.
worried about you.
I am all right. These locks are cursed. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. Now, you best...
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for it.
Апарировал? То есть
These
съебался.
Ashwinders must pay. Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I said, Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you...
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade in addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done...
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storm. I must insist that you leave them to us.
Да ты, блядь, с ними, сука.
You may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Revelio.
Ты с ними, курва. Так, ладненько. На этом мы, пожалуй, закончим. И так довольно неплохо посидели. Посидели мы там 4 часа и тут, получается, 3 часа с половиной. Но это хорошо. Да-да-да. Наигрался с палочкой, да-да-да. Вот, так что в ближайшее время точно Хогвартс не предвидится. Так что до встречки, ребята. До встречки.